A well-known experiment we're going to look at was done at the Institute of Noetic Sciences, where a woman, subject A, sat in one room and was connected to a polygraph machine, while another woman, subject B, would be in a room down the hall and was instructed to think thoughts that were either upsetting or happy. When she began a new thought, she would push a button to enter into the computer the precise time the thought occurred. Different buttons designated different types of thoughts, happy or upsetting. Later, the computer data showing the specific type and timing of each of B's thoughts were compared to subject A's polygraph results. With repeated experiments, researchers found an average 90 to 95% accurate correlation between subject B's thoughts and the registrations on subject A's polygraph machine. By using the polygraph, we moved beyond conscious knowledge about what might be happening, and we are able to measure what the body itself just resonated. A polygraph is better known as a lie detector test. It measures physiological responses of stress, such as heart rate, blood pressure, and galvanic skin response. So when a person experiences stress at any level inside the body, the polygraph machine will record it. So what we can conclude here is that thought frequencies are not restricted to our bodies, nor are they restricted to any kind of locality. So what you think matters. And what you think is felt, seen, heard, and sensed. We are, in fact, commingling our energies all day, every day. But let's take energetics a step further with another quantum interconnectedness experiment. Now, we've all heard this before: talk to your plants and they'll grow healthier. But what happens to a plant if it gets bullied? That's a question IKEA wanted answers to, so they conducted a bully plant experiment in 2018 to raise awareness about bullying. IKEA took 2 of its Dracaena plants and installed them at the school. The children took part in recording both compliments and negative words. After 30 days, the bullied plant started to show signs of wilting, while the complimented plant flourished. As part of a control study, both plants received the same treatment, same amount of water, sunlight, and fertilizer. The only difference was the words they received. Pretty amazing, right? So, are you feeling skeptical about this so-called science behind the experiment? You may not know this, but plant experimentation has been going on since before the 60s, and regardless of how crazy it seems, they are able to document electrical activity. And so here's another experiment that shows that plants have primary perception and do in fact react to being hit and abused when tracked on a polygraph machine. And this research comes out of Peter Tompkins' book, The Secret Life of Plants. So that brings up another question. Do plants have brains? Let's defer to neuroscientist Greg Gage, who answers the question, saying that plants don't have brains, no axons, no neurons, but what they do have is something that's very similar to us, which is the ability to communicate using electricity. It just uses slightly different ions than we do because it's actually doing the same thing. Similarly, Dr. Emoto's rice experiment. Through the 1990s, Dr. Emoto performed a series of experiments observing the physical effect of words, prayers, music, and environment on the crystalline structure of water for 30 days, in which he puts rice in water. And this is what happened. In layman's term, our voice and thoughts carried through the glass jar into the water, and the rice responded. The point of leaning into replicable, evidence-based science first is so that you do not minimize the energetic importance of what is real and is in fact happening when things are going sideways and blowing up. If you are ever going to be able to turn things around quickly, then you must be willing to get to the heart of the struggle first, because it is what always matters most. in turning around intense situations and will be the thing that helps today's youth grow into long-term, self-regulating, self-advocating skill mastery and development.